Hello humans! So I'm back with another Halloween tutorial, and this time we're doing a scary clown. I've already blocked out my eyebrows using the glue stick method. I have a video about that linked in the description box. I'm tying my hair into a low ponytail and then taking some Vaseline and applying it on any facial hair that might come in contact with latex to protect it. I'm going to prime my face using NYX pore filler just to act as a barrier between my skin and the latex. Today I'm going to be using a bald cap, so I'm going to put it on first and then mark out anywhere where I need to cut the bald cap. I'm going to cut any excess bald cap and also a slit for the ears. Take it off, cut it, and then put it back on. I'm going to glue it using spirit gum today. You want to do this per section and not to the entire thing at once so that you can adjust it as you go along. Apply the spirit gum on both your skin and the bald cap. Wait for it to become tacky before gluing it together. Do this to entire bald cap as far back as you can. Now that you're bald, we can move on to the fun part, which is the liquid latex, and you need a lot of this, like a gallon a lot. Okay, maybe not a gallon, but a lot. And also a lot of unrolled cotton balls. What we're doing with this is to create a new face shape. Starting off with the brows, I'm going to apply a layer of liquid latex, and then I'm going to take a piece of the unrolled cotton ball and create a new eyebrow shape, kind of like I'm raising my eyebrows. Drench it again with liquid latex, making sure that the cotton blends well into your skin. Add more cotton and liquid latex if you want the feature to be more prominent, or add less if you want it to be less obvious. Basically, that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of our face. You want to do this cotton and latex buildup to make some features more prominent. And here I'm creating a face of a clown that, you know how clowns have a high, raised eyebrows, permanent smile on their face. That's what we're doing with the cotton and latex. I'm not bothering too much about smoothing it out because sometimes the bumpiness of the cotton actually adds to the effect of the creepy clown. Once the forehead is done, you should look like you have a brain on your forehead. Isn't that glorious? Move on to the rest of the face by doing the same cotton and latex procedure to create a more high and rounded cheeks and laugh lines, kind of like you're permanently smiling. And then I'm going to move on to creating the actual smiley face by creating these lines on the side of my cheeks, connecting it to the jawline and also to the chin. I'm also adding more layers on the chin and nose to overall just change my face shape and also to create the button clown nose. I'm also creating the lines for the mouth on the sides of my mouth and putting on 2 horizontal cotton latex on top of my real lips to act as gum. Cover everything with a layer of liquid latex when you're done, and now we're gonna have to wait for it to dry. While waiting, I'm gonna move on to the teeth. I'm cutting off fake acrylic nails into a point for the teeth and coloring it with red and yellow alcohol activated paint. Before the latex dries on the gum, you want to kind of stamp the shape of the teeth on top of it so that when it dries, it's molded. Powder everything to set it, and now we're gonna color in just the gum using black paint. I'm using alcohol activated paint, but you can use cream paints if you want. This just makes sure that the gum stays dark underneath the teeth. I'm adding a bit of red to the high points of the gum, and then using Prozade, I'm going to glue the teeth on top of the gum. Be sure that the adhesive is tacky before gluing it, or else it's not activated. Now, I've done this about 1,000,000 times on my channel, so to blend the edges of the teeth onto your quote-unquote skin, I'm using a tissue and latex buildup to blend it together. I've done a more thorough explanation about this process on my Prom Queen Zombie tutorial, so check it out if you want to. Now we have to wait that to dry, and if you want to speed up the drying process, you can use a blow dryer on the lowest setting possible. After powdering it again, we're going to color it. I'm using Mehron Clown White in a very uneven, dirty, messy stippling motion, avoiding the eye, mouth, and nose. Don't forget your ears and neck, and then I'm taking a black stipple sponge and a red cream paint and just stippling it on the skin to break up the color and also to add more texture. Be sure that you use stippling motions and not dragging motions. Using the same motion and stipple sponge, I'm going to take a green and blue cream paint and adding it to break up the color again. I'm even taking a bit of a regular concealer and doing the same procedure. If you feel like you've overdone the stippling motion, you can use the same sponge and stippling motion but with the white cream paint to make sure that it blends. Now we're going to move on to the mouth. I'm using a red cream paint to draw on the devious mouth shape and fill it in. And then I'm going to outline it using black cream paint and also to emphasize the lines of the mouth, such as the actual end of your quote-unquote mouth, between the gums, between the teeth, just to add more shadows. Blend the black into the red using a darker red cream paint. You don't have to stress too much about it because it's going to be covered in blood anyways. I'm going to paint my nose red as well because, of course, a clown nose needs to be red. And I'm blending some black onto the edges to make it look more animated. Taking the black cream paint, we're going to re-emphasize the lines of our new facial features, such as underneath the eyebrows, between the corners of the nose, and also the laugh lines, and so forth. Don't overdo the step and then blend it out. If you feel like it's hard for you to blend it out, take a little bit of the white cream paint to blend it out, but be sure you stipple again the red, greens, and tan colors on top of it to make sure that the skin still looks cohesive. I'm gonna paint the eyelids black, of course, for a creepy clown. It has to be black. And then I'm gonna create the star shape that a lot of clowns have, making it look really messy and dirty and not making it perfect at all. I'm going to set the eyelid area using a black eyeshadow to prevent creasing and taking some of the black eyeshadow to add more tarnish and contour to the skin. I'm going to spray on some black hairspray just to add some freckles and tarnishing onto the skin. And then you can put on your creepy contacts and costume. Rim the waterline with black eyeliner to make sure that the eyes remains dark. And I'm going to distress my costume further using red and black hairspray. Next for the hair, I got this creepy clown wig, but it was too much, so I decided to cut chunks of it and glue it onto the head using spirit gum and Prozade. Next, we're going to move on to the blood. I'm using condensed blood just to the quote-unquote mouth area, and then squirt and stage blood everywhere else. Go bananas with this because when else are you going to go crazy with fake blood other than Halloween? Get it down your neck, get it on your shirt, get it on your costume, your hands, and basically everywhere. Once you've sufficiently bloodied up, you are good to go. So that's how I created the creepy clown look. I hope you guys found some tips helpful. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is also a collaboration with Indonesian Beauty Vlogger. So after this, you should have a lot of Spooktober inspiration for your Halloween makeup. So don't forget to check the link provided in the description box and also on the end card right here. Thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!